Hey, what's up, gamers? Enforcer 5150 here. We have new patch notes for Helldivers 2, and this one is a little more exciting than the other ones. Notice they don't say that it's a tiny or small update. It actually says regular update on this one, which is good. We have a lot of things to cover, which is from the balancing changes and the level cap increase, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and get to these notes. Alright, so starting out, we have Good Day Helldivers. Today, we have a slightly bigger update, which I was just mentioning, for you, and all assist in liberation efforts to our galaxy, as well as some new environmental threats to watch out for. May liberty guide your path. Anyway, it does say that they have balancing changes, stratagems, weapons, enemies, and Helldivers, which is probably pretty much the level cap increase, and some general fixes and stability issues. I think we have down here some known issues, so we might not go through all those because this is going to take a while to get through. But anyway, gameplay changes is planetary hazard additions, including blizzards and sandstorms. That is interesting to finally have. I was wondering why we didn't have any snow in the Arctic ones, the ones that are all icy and stuff like that. You slip around on ice and everything, but we didn't get blizzards there. Anyway, level cap increased. The level cap has been increased from 50 to 150. That is awesome. I was just about to hit level cap, and I was like, oh man, it did take a little bit to get there, but adding it to 150, I mean, it doesn't really give you much more. Like, the level really doesn't matter that much. It's not like you do more damage or anything like that, but it does, give you those goals to go towards, and, increasing it to 150, I think, is a good idea. All right, moving on to balancing, we have missions. Retrieve essential personnel. They have moved the enemy spawn points further away from the objective to give players a fair chance of defending the location. Now, for this part, I don't know what they mean by this. Like, is it just the personnel one? So, like, if you drop right close to one of the personnel areas, or you have a better chance of not, encountering a bunch of enemies when you drop in, because no matter where you drop, it seems like you always end up spawning right by enemies. But we'll see. It's nice to know that they are trying to give us a little bit more in those missions. Anyway, there are fewer civilians required to complete the mission on higher difficulties. Now, I haven't done it on what was the last one? Helldive. I did it on one of them, which was impossible. So level 8. And yeah, it is crazy hard to do, but it is not impossible. And I do like having that challenge. Bringing it down, I don't think is that much of a problem, but they did just increase it like 2 patches ago. So take it as you will, I guess, right? All right, and now we move on to destroy command bunkers. Now has more objective locations. The mission was too easy before compared to other missions. I don't think it was, but okay. It can now appear in operations from difficulty 5. Moving on to operation modifiers. See, we have the negative effect of operation modifiers that increase stratagem cooldowns or cooldown in times. Okay, that's not bad. I'm wondering if that is like if it's going to also mess with when you run out of reinforcements, if that's going to mess with that. I hope not. I really hope not. Anyway, okay, we have a lot of different weapon changes. The good thing is, before even going through this, is they did not nerf our new favorite weapon. So we'll definitely need to. I mean, if they would have nerfed the cannon, I think people would have been really mad. But they did increase a few things here. All right, so the arc thrower fixed charging inconsistencies. It will now always take 1 second to charge a shot. That's I didn't really notice any inconsistency, but I guess it was an issue. It reduced the distance from 50 to 35. Oh, man, that is bad. I just started using it here and there, and I was liking it because of the distance they could reach. Now that they reduced it, I don't know if I'll use it again. They increased the stagger force. So basically, they just made it a way more close quarters combat weapon rather than, a mid-range, which the 50 millimeters was. All right, so guard dog now restores full ammo from supply boxes. Nice. Anti-material rifle damage has been increased by 30%. I will definitely have to check out that weapon a little bit more again. Breaker incendiary damage per bullet increased from 15 to 20 per bullet. I don't know if that's going to do that much more, but it definitely needed that increase. All right, now this part, fire damage per tick increased by 50% on all sources. Oh, that is messed up. That is going to cause some issues. Oh, man. If you thought you were getting killed by your friends before with, like, the flamethrower, yeah, wait until they hit you at 50% faster rate. I assume that also means fire on the ground. If you walk over it, it's going to tick on you really quick, or the enemies that have the flamethrower, not the charger, I can't remember what it's called, the enforcer. I think that is going to just kill you almost instantly at 50% increase. That is going to be rough. All right, so let's move on to the Liberator Penetrator. Now has a full auto mode. Very interesting. I will definitely want to check that out. I mean, I didn't really like it before, but it wasn't. I don't think it was because it was only a semi-auto. Okay, now the Dominator increased damage from 200 to 300. Nice, and it increased the stagger. So that is something to maybe look into as well. The Diligence Counter Sniper, I just got this one. Increased armor penetration from light to medium. That is awesome. I think I was talking to Meltman, and he does a live stream, and I was talking to him about this, actually, where I think they're going to end up increasing some of the weapons to medium armor, because he was saying, like, all these weapons are only light armor, which kind of sucks, So, yeah, that is a good change. All right, so moving on, we have the Slugger Reduced Stagger, reduced damage from 280 to 250, also reduced the demolition force, also fixed the armor penetration tag in the menu. I wonder what that armor tag was. The Liberator Concussive Senator fixed incorrect armor penetration tags in the menu. I don't really use that weapon, the Slugger, hardly at all, so it's not going to affect me, but if you're using it, you might be a little disappointed that the damage is down, and like pretty much they nerfed it basically. All right, so recoilless rifle increased the number of rockets you restore from supply boxes from 2 to 3, which is very nice to see being done. The Sphere increased the number of missiles you can store from the boxes from 1 to 2. Awesome. Heavy machine gun, the highest rate fire rate mode, reduced from 1200 RPM to a more moderate 950. That sucks. I really liked the machine gun rate of fire. They definitely should not have messed with that. That kind of sucks. All right, so the Patriot Exosuit rockets will now penetrate armor only on direct hit. It wasn't doing it at all before, so that is a really good change to have made. Okay, so we're moving on to enemies. Now we have balancing adjustments have been made to... Why did they put... They always do this. Really weird notes. Charger's normal melee attack now does less damage against exosuits. That is awesome. Because, like, you want to go against Chargers, you pretty much... If they got to you, you're toast. They would blow you up right away. All right, Bile Spewer and Nursing Spewer do less damage with their puke or bile. The Bile Titan can no longer be stunned. Oh no! I kind of like that it was being stunned. I mean, especially when you hit it with like recoilless rifle or something in the face and it doesn't take it down, it stunned it. Yeah, they definitely should have left that one alone. Shriekers no longer create bug breaches. I thought that was like their point, like the point of them. Kind of like they were kind of like scouts, you know. And then once they, you know, they screamed or screeched, they would create the breach. Whatever, you know, because they're flying scouts. Whatever. Shriekers hitting you while you are dead now does significantly less damage. Wait. Shriekers hitting you while they are dead. Okay. I was wondering. I read that wrong. But yeah, that's good. Some good things there, but that Bile Titan stun is really dumb. All right, moving on to balancing adjustments that have been made to heavy and medium armor protects better, and you now take 10% less damage than before while wearing heavy armor and 5% less while wearing medium armor. Fortified commando and light armor is unchanged. I kind of like the fortified stuff, but that is nice to have. Now we can, you know, a little more safely use the heavy and medium armors without worrying about the impact of, you know, dying quicker. All right, now the rest here, it looks like we have some of the fixes that they put in. It looks like it's a wide variety of ways they add some fixes. All right, so some of these fixes here are fix issue where save settings for PlayStation 5 would reset when the game is rebooted, causing things such as loadout and hint settings to be reset. We have enemies now properly target exosuits. Previously, many enemies effectively ignored exosuits if a Helldiver was on foot and was available for them to target. Fixed exosuits being able to fire their weapons while opening the minimap. Yeah. We also have the Helldiver and the exosuit both had a bug that made them sometimes take explosive damage. Automaton enemy constellations that prefer to spawn more of certain devastator types. That says devastators types. It doesn't make sense. Did not work and are now functioning as they should. That means that sometimes when playing against the automatons, you would face more devastators instead of any other types. Yeah, we ended up getting a whole ton of them in, I think, the last video I uploaded. Yeah, it's just so many. Now we have a few little things here. We have improved the system that prevents helipad steering close to large or important objects. Yeah, they made it so that you couldn't move around. It was really annoying. We have solved the issue where the effective area around objects was a lot larger than intended. We have reduced the number of objects that prevent helipad steering. Now it says, note, this system is intended to prevent soft locks where players can drop on important interaction points or drop into unintended places. We will continue to monitor the state of the system after we update to see if additional tweaks are necessary. And also fixed cases where the ground under some assets could be bombed, causing them to float. Yeah, that happens all the time. All right, moving on then. I think we have some other minor changes here for the shields. Ballistic shield changes. Collision mesh has been significantly increased in size for more forgiveness. Change shield poses so that less of the Helldiver is exposed. I haven't used this at all, but addressed bug where parts of the Helldiver would become vulnerable while using the shield in the first person. Tutorial. Invisible collision partially blocked the doorway leading to the launch pad in the tutorial. I haven't played that in a while, but couldn't know that they fixed that for you new Helldivers. And then the rest is a few known issues, and these are a lot of the same ones that they had before. Game might crash picking up a snowball. We didn't talk about that because it was in a minor patch, like a tiny patch. So we didn't talk about that. When throwing a grenade or the snowball, you would crash your game, which happened to me twice. We see various issues resolving friend invites. We know there is so many issues with that. You can't unfriend, you can't unblock, you can't befriend. Cross-platform friending invites shows up, and yeah, it's all messed up. Still an issue. Explosive weapon stats include only direct damage, not explosive damage. That's one of the ones we had before. Explosions do not. I need to drink something or something, but we'll get through this. We're only a few more left. Explosions do not break your limbs. We have planet liberation reaches 100% at the end of every defund mission. Didn't have that too often, but it does happen here and there. Drowning in deep water with vitality booster equipped puts Helldiver in a broken state. Stratagem beam might attach itself to an enemy and will deploy to its original location. Some player customizations and stuff like that are not working after restarting the game, or may restart the game. The stratagem beam that might attach itself to an enemy, we found out that it will actually attach to you as well. One thing that someone did, they accidentally dropped one right on themselves, which was a 380, and as they were running, the 380s followed them as they were running along. That was freaking amazing. It was hilarious, and it was kind of like a walking barrage. But yeah, that is all we have for these updates today. Hopefully they are going to just keep getting these other things fixed. They have been really good at doing weekly updates on things. Last week was a really small update, and that kind of sucked. I kind of wish they would give us some more of the fixes to crashes and some of the updates kind of like this. Obviously, this one is a much bigger update and took a lot for them to do. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Anyway, that's all we're going to do for this video today. Make sure you hit that like button and definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel. Y'all take care and happy gaming.